Okay, guys and gals, welcome to another Ozzstar's Today's Fun Project. Today we've got a couple of things on the agenda. First off, I just want to say it's January 2018. Happy New Year. Looking forward to another great year, which leads me to a box or a package that Eastwood sent me. If you're not familiar with Eastwood, they make all types of auto body and restoration tools and equipment they sell. They have a YouTube channel here, which is fantastic. Randy, Scott, Matt show you all types of metal work, welding tips and techniques. They do live streams. I'm going to leave a link to their website and their YouTube channel in the description down below. And the other thing I want to check out is the 2003 Chevy 2500 HD I have here. It's got the 6-liter 4-wheel drive. And I'm going to show you guys real quick how to drain and refill that front differential. A lot of guys, you know, it's something you can do in your house and in your garage. It's quick and easy and good preventive maintenance. So that's pretty simple. We'll get to that. But in the meantime, it's like Christmas in January with this package I got. So why don't I pull the truck in and we'll open that box, see what's in it, and then we'll get to the differential. Let's get into the box. I want to see what these guys sent me. Hopefully nothing explodes. We'll open this sucker up and find out. We'll just do it live right here. So hopefully you guys can see in this. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, we might be here for a minute. Cool. All right, well, we'll start out with the hat. Got a good pair of work gloves here. Nice. Let's keep digging. A couple of wire brushes right here, I see. Jeez. Throw this stuff out. Oh, these are cool. These are socket holders. What's this say? Z-rack. So these would be cool. Mount them to the wall. These are, looks like 1/2 inch. There's 3/8 and they're adjustable. You can slide them left and right. And these are neat. These are good for screwdrivers and pliers. I see they're like a ratcheting here. Ooh, got it on camera. That's cool. So that's nice. Can always use that here in the shop. What else we got besides bubble wrap? Lots of bubble wrap. Stickers. Oh, everybody likes stickers. If you want an Eastwood sticker, let me know. I'll send you one. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, we got some sanding discs. What's this down here? We got some real steel stuff here. Oh, okay. Rockwood 2-inch right angle grinder. That's going to be great. I've got a, actually it's a metal mini bike gas tank. I have to put weld a new support or strut in. I might do a video on that. It's over there at the workbench. And one of these angle grinders to prep for the weld would be good, and they sent me a couple of these, so that's nice. Thank you very much. And geez, we got more in here. We got the old micro pencil die grinder, so those are handy. This one's looks like it's pneumatic. Okay, so you put your fittings on there and you can get in some tight places. Hopefully you can see that. So that's nice. You can always use that, and it's flexible. And what else? We got one more thing. And it is a damaged lug nut removal sockets. So that's cool. You know, you ever get on one of those lug nuts, they're stripped, can't get them off. We'll open this up at another time. Usually you just pound them on there. I don't know exactly what these are. You know what? The hell with it. Let's open it up, see what's in it. Let's not guess. All right, we're set. See what we got. Let's see what it is. Let's see what we got here. Let's open these up. All right, looks like a 3-piece set. Got some instructions here. Yep, they're what I thought. So basically they grab on, you pound these on. What size are these? Like, they're usually millimeters here. We got a 17, a 19, a 21, and then it's also for standard 5/8, 3/4, and 13/16 1/2 inch drive. So you would pound these basically onto the end of the lug, and then it'll twist them off. They grab onto it. Thank you, Eastwood. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on YouTube. Now, why don't we climb under the car and let's get to getting. So we're at the left front of the car. There's the axle right there. And this is the skid plate that we need to remove to get access, easier access to the front diff. You don't really have to take it off, but it's going to be a mess because gear oil is going to you know, fall on here, and then it's going to drip all over the place for the next 2 weeks. So we'll just remove it. It's really easy. I already got them loosened up. There's one bolt here. There's one right back there. Well, hopefully you can see it right there. And then you've got two up front. So you've got this one, and then over here's another one. So that guy right over there, you can see him. I can't get around the light right there. And they're all 15 millimeter. So all you got to do, zip those out. I just use an air gun. You can do it by hand if you have to. And let me take that down. So here's our front differential right here. This is our fill bolt, and this down here is our drain bolt. So this is a 15 millimeter and this is a 13 millimeter. What I suggest you always do anytime you're draining fluid, whether it's the rear diff or transfer case or what have you, you always want to make sure you can loosen the fill bolt first. Problem is, if you can't get this bolt out for whatever reason, it's rusted in, it's stripped, what have you, and you drain the fluid out, you're going to be screwed. You won't be able to get any fluid back in too easily. So with that in mind, let's pop this 15 millimeter bolt out real quick. That wasn't too tight. We'll loosen that. In fact, we'll just pull it all the way out. That way the gear oil will drain a little bit better. I wish the truck was a little warmer. It would flow a little smoother because it's kind of chilly today, but no biggie. We'll just give it a little extra time. Switch over to the 13 mil here. I'm just using a half inch ratchet. You can use 3/8, wouldn't matter. And I do have a catch pan down here below, so that's hopefully not in the way of your camera shot. I'm at a crazy angle. I can't really see the screen. But let's see, I have a rag handy. There are washers, plastic washers behind these bolts, so make sure they go back in. And you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'll try to get it to go. Here we go. Should start flowing any second. And bingo. Ooh, look at that oozing out. It's not too bad. Just a little gray with a whole bunch of crap on the end. Here's a magnetic bolt. So we do have, I don't know if you can see it, but we do have a lot of slime on that sucker. So those are metal filings. We're going to clean this goo off and you know, do the best we can with what we got. So we'll put fresh fluid in. Now this front axle takes 80 W90. In the rear axle on this particular truck, it's got the big boy rear end there. It's got 410 gears in there. It's 75 W90. So this is on a 2003 model. I don't know if later generations of these heavy duty trucks, they change the fluid type, so you always want to check. So we'll let this drain out. I'm going to get some brake clean this bolt up real good, get the metal filings off. We'll put that plug back in, torque it to proper specs, of course. You don't want to get too crazy on it. And then we'll pump fresh fluid in here. The 80W90, I believe it's about just under 2 quarts, something like 1.8 quarts. What you do is pump it in, and eventually it will just start to trickle or ooze out here. You know you're full. Put your plug back in, torque it down. You're all set. Put the splash guard in, and we're home free. So let's let this drain, and we'll get to the next step. All right, so the differential's just about drained out. Had a few sparklies there, but that's how it goes. So I forgot to show you this before I put it on. So I cleaned up you can see the difference. That magnetic bolt right there, how much cleaner it is. Took some brake clean, sprayed it off, washed it down. It's normal to see somewhat, you know, a little bit of metal filings on there. If you've got big chunks dropping out of here, that's not a good sign. So let's tighten that up. I'll torque it down, and we will start pumping in the fluid. So I have a small pump set up here, and which I pump in like a quart at a time. So you don't want to get gorilla on that. That's it. Let's pump the fluid in now. I've got a small pump over here. What I'll do is I'll show you what it looks like once I get out from under the truck, and we can take a better look at it. So hopefully the sucker will start pumping up. Here it goes. It's going to take a little bit of energy because it's thick oil and it's cold. So that's a double combo right there. All right, so I got done pumping the fluid in. You can see it's just barely dripping out of there, and we're all set to go. I'll put the plug in, tighten it down. Like I said, put the 4 bolts in the splash shield, and we're all set. So that's quick and simple, easy enough. This is the pump I use. You can get these for like 10 bucks. Just fill this up. I just use this container here. It holds a quart really well. It gives me a little bit of space to put this down in there. And then what I did was on the end, as we bleed a little bit here, it just dripped out, is I took a piece of plastic pipe and I just took a torch and warmed it up and then bent it and put a little bend in it. So when you're putting that in the fill hole, just makes the job a little bit easier. I'll leave a link to the fluids that I used in a description. Now, if you're doing the rear end on this particular truck, real easy. You got the fill bolt, and then what's also nice, just like this, they give you a drain bolt. A lot of rear diffs, you got to pull the pumpkin cover off the back, that cover that has, 8, 10, 12 bolts on it, and seal all that up. This case, you don't have to unless you want to inspect the gears. So I want to thank Eastwood for sending me all those great tools. That was really cool of them. I'm going to leave a link to their website in the description down below. So thanks for coming along. I greatly appreciate you guys joining me here. Don't forget to check out my other videos, Instagram, Ozzstar1, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.